Sense and Sensibility. Yes. That's the story, yes.
Yeah, the Call Me Rebel and the entire foundation of the leftist ideology, the modern leftist ideology, and here we are.
Yeah, so the book I'm talking about is Jane Austen. Jane Austen.
Oh my God.
You didn't like Jane Austen?
No, Jane Austen writes really shit books.
You didn't like them? That's fucking hilarious. I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. But like, it's funny. It's funny because it's very. Do you read The Economist? The magazine?
No, I don't.
Hey, I like getting my globalist propaganda. The cover picture. You never see it. I showed it to you once. The cover picture is like a summary of what they think will happen in the year, and it's really fucking interesting. I guess just for fun, I keep decoding it. And one picture is of a it looks like a 19th century etching. But anyways, what that is that's actually Jane Austen.
Right.
So it's funny that you bring this up.
Jane Austen. Jane Austen. Her stories are complete horseshit. Terrible fucking stories. I don't know why anyone likes them. To be fair, I've been told that apparently she has one good story. I think Pride and Prejudice. I'm told. I haven't read that one, but all her other stories are ass.
Sorry.
Yeah, all her other stories are complete ass.
Remarkable. By the way, I would like to inform you that you may have pissed off all of our British audience members now with this one.
I'm right. Don't boo me, I'm right.
English, let's not bad.
British audience. We need to bring Blooms back.
Yeah, let's think about that. Based tendon.
I read a few more shit books from the UK. British literature, they all sucked. I don't remember the exact details of every single one of them. One of them was like about this girl that was like a rich girl. About a rich girl and who inherited like a fucking farm from her, I think, uncle. And then there's this fucking shepherd next to her who likes her for some reason. And then
pictures, and I just put the tweet in the chat. The pictures have 2025 model cars in it, and they have brand new uniforms on. All the civilians are all of a sudden in uniforms, and it really doesn't look like a famine, blighted area. Can you explain how that just happened?
Yeah, like how you can go to Compton. Hey.
How they get 2025?
Talk to you. Are you Palestinian? Last time I checked, you're not Palestinian. You're a Canadian Persian. Yeah, that's what I thought. Very easy. Just like you could go to Compton.
What right do you have to tell somebody to be quiet based on their national origin? What are you, some kind of a racist or something? Well, what is he? Why do you have to tell her like that? You can disagree with her substantively. You're living in fucking California.
Are you whining?
You're living in fucking California, for God's sake. She's as close to Palestine as you are.
No, she's not. Anyways, she's literally in Canada. Do you not know geography?
Yeah, I know geography. Do you know
You're not in Palestine either, cynic.
Yeah.
Just like you can go to Compton right now and find a 2025 vehicle, doesn't mean that Compton is no longer the ghetto. It is still the ghetto.
How'd the cars
so
get
there you go. There is your answer. Very
how the
simplified for your
2025
little
model
IQ.
get there? How'd the car get there? How'd the 2025 model
It's
get
called
there?
crossing the border.
Yeah, what border did they cross?
Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Really?
and Israel, by the way. So they come from
They're
Israel
going
too, by the way.
2025 models. Really?
Yeah, they
Through
do
what
come in.
tunnel?
Yes.
Through what tunnel?
So you don't need a tunnel. Literally, they cross in through Israel and Egypt.
It's a
So
open
people-
air concentration camp.
Okay.
And now it's been blown up, and now they.
I don't understand. That's not the point. That's not the conversation.
When was there ever a concentration camp where people didn't want to leave?
Now,
I'm dying to know.
I mean, why are we even talking about scenarios that are hypothetical that will never happen? Why?
No, but Cynic, you keep making stuff up. So
I make
Trump's
stuff up.
plan, yes, you do. Well, you made up the 10 years in prison.
Okay, mistake
So-
years for months.
Oh, so it was a
Wow.
mistake. You missed up 10 years for 1 year. Okay.
No, you haven't made mistakes like what Black September, Black
No,
Monday, whatever.
it's fine. I don't have a problem. I agree. with
Okay,
you.
stop crying.
People make
Then.
mistakes.
Why you crying?
But you've distorted Trump's plan several times now.
I distorted Trump's plan.
Yes,
I told
you did.
It's unreasonable.
Three times you used the word forced out after I told you Trump never uses the term forced out anywhere. So you're assuming it's forced out. The other thing is you also assume they're going to live in tents. He's not talking about
What is
tents.
that?
He specifically said we need to build housing in a different location. So when he's talking about building housing, he's not talking about putting up a tent. So I don't know why you have to distort the
Permanent
position,
fixture.
because it's the only way you can try to win.
So let me get this straight. Because you're retarded, Euro. Let me explain why you're retarded. Because you want the United States to go into an endeavor where
That
they're going to
sounded like a personal attack. Can you just talk about the issue?
Holy shit.
Cynic, are you able to talk about the issue without making a personal attack?
Hey, Greenstein, why don't you just fucking pipe down and let us finish?
Okay, stop the
Are you able to make a response? I asked the same question.
That was really
again. Can you
interesting that
respond?
you just said that.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
gonna
Why did you
cost
just
billions.
say
So you
Greenstein?
want,
Okay.
you
And
want,
he just
So Cynic,
wait. Are you able to
You
make,
want-
are you able to respond to the issue without making a personal attack? I
I'm
think it's a
literally
fair question.
responding to the issue right now.
Yes.
What did you say?
So plot twist, the maddening crowd is her.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a serious issue with that stuff. My sister was married off at the age of 16 in
Dear God.
Iraq. Yeah, and her husband at the time, he was 24. And because my family very like fundamentalist Muslims, and so they married off my sister to this sheikh, or Sayyid. His lineage apparently, I guess, or allegedly comes from Muhammad. Lineage, I guess. But thank God, she's happy. I talk to her often, and she is 22 right now.
All right, so Adrian, what is some good examples of British literature?
I'm more so into their scientific stuff than I am into their. I will say the imaginative fiction-based works, aside from like things such as James Bond, are all bullshit. But I like their science.
By the way, James Bond
And their history is pretty cool.
is based on a real person.
I can imagine, yes.
Do you know who it's based off of?
Yep. Do tell.
Porfirio Rubarosa.
Who dat?
Ding,
What'd he
ding, ding,
do?
ding, ding. Yeah.
Basically, he was this guy who really liked to play polo. He's also the inspiration for the polo brand. I forgot what the brand's full name was. Do you know the polo brand?
Yes.
Like the horse on the fucking stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's also the inspiration for that, actually. Believe it or not. So he's both the inspiration for James Bond and the polo brand.
Yeah, he lived in late 1800s, early.
Yeah.
1900s.
So basically, this dude comes in. I think he's from he was either Dominican or Dominican Republic. I forgot. I think it might have been Dominican Republic. So he fails his high school, and then he somehow starts playing polo, and then the dictator of the Dominican Republic ends up taking a liking to him. So he gets into his inner circle, and then he takes his daughter's virginity, as the dictator of the country's virginity. And then the dictator is super fucking pissed and searches all over the country pretty much to fucking kill him. And he manages to hide for some time, and then finally he gets caught. And then the dictator pretty much gives him two options. He's like, okay, so I'm either gonna kill you or you're gonna marry my daughter. So after thinking for like less than half a second, he's like, I'll marry your daughter, obviously, because he doesn't want to die. And then he gets like a fucking bullshit job where he literally does not do anything. He just gets to go around all of Europe because he wants to. And while he's there, he just keeps on cheating on his wife with more and more women. And eventually they get divorced. And now that he's divorced, he has like a massive issue. Because he has a massive issue because now he doesn't have like a dictator basically financing his entire lifestyle. So he decides, I'm going to marry like one of the most successful actresses and singers in all of France. And he does that, and then he gets kidnapped by the Nazis because they think he's a spy. And also, by the way, he was also under investigation by the FBI for being a spy.
Marvelous.
Which is where the inspiration for James Bond comes in. And then he gets kidnapped by the Germans. His wife, French actress / singer wife, has to literally fucking sing for the Nazis to basically get her husband back. And then she gets a ton of flack for basically helping out with the Nazis. So they basically go into hiding until World War II ends. Then he meets the world's richest woman. And the world's richest woman literally pays his wife to basically accept the divorce, and then she ends up marrying Porfirio Barbarossa, and gives him like a shit ton of money and gifts and like plantations and cars and fucking whatever as their like marriage gift. And then now that he's married the richest woman on earth, he can do whatever he wants. Turns out what he wants to do most of all is his ex-wife. So so his richest woman in the world wife divorces him. So him not wanting to fall too far gets somehow marries the second richest woman in the world. And you can guess how the story ends. He cheats on her again, and then they divorce, and he gets a shit ton of money as well. And then he marries a woman purely for how she looks, and then crashes his car and dies.
Wild. Wow. Yeah, well, let's clip that one. That's crazy. All of that.
Yeah.
Clip the whole thing because it's exactly like Elon's life. He loved that. That was perfect.
Yeah, so he also
Adalberto Roja. I hope you're a woman and not an F word.
And several princesses and queens and shit as well. So he fucked one of the queens of Iran, like one of the previous ones. I think. Okay, if we go to his Wikipedia page, let's see. Porfirio Barbarossa. Let's see. let's see.
The
He
world premiere
fucks,
Roger Mayhem was a good
Dolores
movie
Del
earlier.
Rio,
That was a great movie.
Urfa Kitt, Marilyn
It was, wasn't it?
Ava Gardner,
Yeah, that was
Mario
an awesome
Montez,
movie.
Rita
I don't know
Hayworth,
how you're getting all
Dorothy
this juicy
Dandridge,
drama.
Velez,
It's great.
Julia Miss Diary, which
The
was the
last
Queen of
2
Iran.
days, you have been on fire.
Peggy Hopkins Joyce,
You have been
Joan
on fire.
Crawford, Veronica Lake.
You caught Bren getting exposed.
Yeah.
You caught the Roger situation. I think isn't he clipped right now?
Yeah, he's clipped. You're in the Roger Mayhem movie paperclip.
Man, the world premiere.
Fucking
I'm
world's
literally
changing.
witnessing history.
Yeah, that's right. Go to rogermayhem.com to see the full movie right now.
I don't know how you catch all the juicy drama like the last 2-3 days. You've been on fire.
Just always, you know how they say always be selling? I say always be live streaming.
Jesus, like you caught so much shit in the last 3 days. You caught so much shit. I'm like the last 2-3 days when I join your rooms, it's been like drama, like shit. I'm like, and I just can't stop listening. Like I'm just like, damn. I'll just sit in the room. I'll be like, damn, he's catching a lot of juicy shit right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Honestly, it's like I just love what I do because like you know, people who even watch the YouTube, a lot of those people have no idea what this whole thing is about. Because it's not really about anything. It's just live streaming Clubhouse and like you jump room to room or you track people or you create. See, I'm like constantly causing disturbances in the force, fluctuations in the pulse, you know?
100%. If you I don't know if you're good at video editing, but I think what you should do is make a compilation of like do like Clubhouse's outrageous moments, right? And like compile like a bunch of clips from like the Bren, the Roger, the Tranny Coons, the everything. Like do like a compilation of like I don't know the craziest shit. That I would so watch that. And I think honestly, this is just an idea, food for thought. If you make a playlist on your YouTube channel of like compilation series 1, 2, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm doing that a lot with Elon. A lot of my videos now are just Elon Musk videos, and that's the thing. It's like filming Jay Braska talk about Brent, or listening to Brent talk about his mom, or it's all just like it's all stupid because it has no search value. So I don't know. The Elon stuff to me is amazing because it's like you go from short to short to short, and you're just like, damn, how many fucking Elon clips are there? It just never, you know. I'm approaching 1,000 clips of Elon, you know, 15-second clips, 3-minute clips, plus the full long form version of his shit. So just nobody, this whole little microverse, even though it's fun for me and you, it's like on the bigger scale, no one will ever discover it. Even if they heard it, they might like it, but it's just never going to get discovered. So that's the problem about filming Clubhouse. But it's still so much fun because, like I said earlier, you know, you cause ripples in the wave, pulsations in the flux, and it's like, I don't know, it's just fun knowing that I'm like, it's like, it's such a game to manipulate and gaslight. And even like when I get kicked, that's like winning because that means somebody's angry. And so, like, even if they kick, say my name was Quran, like they kick the Quran to the goo, like you might kick, like imagine if you had a room called, you know, your profile called the law or constitution, they're going to kick the constitution to the goo. Like there's just there's just so many ways that you're like fucking with people, even on a deeper subconscious level, that when they kick you to the goo or kick you from the room, you're like psychologically fucking with them in that moment.
All communications hypnosis. I truly believe like even your subconscious will absorb things that you say or you listen to without you actually even knowing. Welcome, Mary.
Miriam wants to say anything. I think she's here to see if I'm live streaming something else, so she can go back in there and be like, "He's live streaming you into another room. You must kick him." See that when people say that, that's like their dopamine feedback loop, where they're like, "Adrian's here, kick him." Like, so I don't know. It's just fun tickling people. I really like it. I'm a feather. But should I go out tonight? I kind of want to go to the casino and use this $25 free play they gave me. It's just like never any beautiful women there, though. Kind of brutal. Oh, it's a lot of man. What's the deal with black people loving the game of craps? It's unbelievable. Okay, let's do a quick little session and find out what we can hear. Let's see if there's something juicy.
And then there would be people who actually want to expose or do bad things, and they would record some part of your conversation and just go ahead in other rooms and just say, oh look, this person's doing that, or this. I've seen it in other rooms, and it's just not nice.
Yeah, they do that, but even in the adjoining rooms, but we shouldn't care. At least I don't care if they do that.
Yes, if you're in. Okay, that's it depends on where you're living.
Find that Dr. Adam.
Okay, but you're making an emotional. You're making an emotional argument, and I'm telling you
domestically.
Right, like this is crazy.
I'm asking you, how are you quantifying this?
Look at the number of American citizens
that Americans don't go anywhere illegally. Where are you getting? How are you quantifying that?
How are you quantifying that they're not?
I mean, to me, I can see that Americans, we go wherever the fuck we want, and we're very arrogant. And other.
I don't know. I'm trying to understand why you think that.
Facility, because
why do you think that government, like that, private business is some type of special domain? But you've been talking for a while now, so I just have to ask all these questions because I'm just thinking to my experience. When you they don't. It's not like telling me to finish. It's not like yeah, please.
But if they've had a long, rich history.
The fuck? Same profile, different room?
As long as you can remember.
They got the same
I
PTR.
actually started from 1945. Before, these people who are living in Israel were Polish, German, East Russian,
Okay, so I know this guy here. This is the guy that got me on Vegas.
There's nothing attractive.
Oh no, he's not in the room anymore.
Is that happening in Miami too, or not?
I just assume it is.
Tell me the history, the ancient history of the Palestinians. Who is their king?
The king, the president,
not only ancient history, at any point in history,
including now.
Yeah, it's never existed as a political entity. I mean, it's just mind-boggling.
Hey, Norm, Earth Moon is Edmund, just so you know.
Who is?
Earth Moon, down at the very bottom.
Oh, okay. Somebody asked E greater than 7. That's a nice math.
Marshall Rankin ratted me out.
Palestine left because they started a brutal war with a superior military force and lost horribly in a suicidal campaign in which they publicly proclaimed that their goal was to have their women and children become shaheeds, which is martyrs, which means dead. So they are a suicidal entity that revels in the afterlife. One of their quotes is, "We love death. We love death more than you love life." That's who they are. And that's not a sustainable strategy, obviously. If you keep dying, then eventually you're all gone. And it's tough to respond to the chat. This is an audio app. I wish you'd just come up.
So if they had a band, they would be called Jihad Forever, is what you're saying, right?
Worse than jihad. They're suicides, or at least jihad is a hope of winning. So with Marcus, explain the bloodline of the
And are you recording and are you?
No, only Marshall Rankin. Only when Marshall opens his fake Republican mouth. He's a fake Republican, and I've reported him to the GOP. You're finished, Marshall. You're finished. You'll never work in politics again, Marshall. You're done. You're finished. You're a fake Republican. Marshall Rankin is a fake Republican.
I will continue to work in politics.
Gotcha, Marshall.
You know, it was only Palestine.
I'm begging you.
It was only Palestine. And stop making these, fairy tales. Israel was there, Palestinians hate Israel. No. They want their, if I come to your house and I kick you out, won't you fight for your house?
Well, I'm assuming the toilets wouldn't be used much.
You idiot, I'm a Kashmiri, I'm not a Pajit like you. I'm a Kashmiri Muslim. You fool.
Tomato, tomato. I'm an American, we don't know the difference.
You are an American, so 99% chances you are living on the street. You are homeless.
Really?
Do you know America has the largest number of homeless population?
You think 99% of Americans are living on the street?
No, I said 99% of you being homeless is, there are chances. I never said the 99% of the Americans are homeless. I said your chances of being.
Yeah, Sasha, I'm hoping you can help me pivot. Let's just see if you can do that, Sasha. You were off mute.
Well, I don't think I was gonna take.
You want to fight for whatever you presume your rights are, and calling for the destruction or elimination of another people.
Right. So it's interesting, the twisted way that your mind works. And I see that you have a Ethan 84. You have the picture of Steven.
Holy shit, they kicked me out again. Cypher is back for more. Okay, we're going to jump back into Elon Musk. We've had our fun. Our clubhouse stroll has come to an end. Let us go back to the meat and potatoes.
Mr. Cypher is here.
I know Cypher is the silent one.
Welcome to the movie.
He came back for the steak, the butter steak. We've re-injected him back into the Matrix.
So Cypher was here for a while watching the Roger Mayhem movie.
Oh my god.
The prices only go up here. They never go down.
His coach has been on fire.
Yeah.
Has been.
That is a point. That is a point, yes. Indeed.
The prices where we live never go up, never go down. They always go up, bro. It sucks.
I mean, hey, you spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right. What the Oh. Dude, yeah, I gotta show you something. I saw something really fucking disturbing. Okay, can you explain to me the purpose of this?
There's 596 people in this room.
What do you want me to explain?
I don't know. Explain to me why. What is this shit?
I don't know. This was posted by a woman.
Okay, and?
Like, what explanation do you want me to do? Like, I'm not a woman. I don't know what this person is thinking.
Okay, but like, identify what is it? Oh no, sorry, that's 2025. My bad. Doesn't work anymore. Shit.
You don't want to do it because I live here. This is crazy.
I guarantee you, Taboo, not finna move. Taboo, you is not finna move to the movies, bro.
Yeah, but niggas is not. Taboo, you ain't heard so well. Who them ladies? Yeah, but most niggas not trying to give up Target and
Niggas finna be in the hole in the ground until y'all can build it.
And the reason they use lead is kind of a mechanical advantage for lubrication within the cylinder walls. So, I mean, and NASCAR engine is an aircraft engine. All of our GA planes are still, because of bureaucracy, I might add, are still using leaded gas that they're making in Germany because the regulations are such here that we can't make leaded gas here. And no one has come up with an alternative. I don't know why, because I'm not a chemical engineer.
Wait, but why haven't private companies innovated in that realm? Like,
It's for the people, man. Everybody's hired, right? But they don't do drug tests because those drug tests not going up. So, like, for one drug test, if I urinate you, that's gonna cost me about $200 just for you. If I do a hair follicle, that's probably about $500 a person. So the budget that was created for most of these companies now, even because in Texas, there's a lot of companies not even drug tests. I'm talking about federal government agencies, whatever. But let's go back to what Miss Anita was saying. When you have that accident at work, then that's when they, you immediately you got to take a drug test. So for it's like getting hired on in certain companies, especially the post office, no drug test was given, but they had randoms though. And once again, sometimes somebody let you know, hey, random coming up, so you be ready for it. But for the most part, yeah, that's a good point, because a lot of companies are getting away from that because of the cost, man. It's so it costs.
Please, honey. I know AI when I fucking help.
I'm sure that you do.
It's not.
I'm sure that you do.
Hi, Aunt Judy.
It sound like that bitch Moody.
Hi, Aunt Judy. This is Cousin Beverly out of Long Island. How are you, darling?
Oh, what a pleasure to hear from you.
It's so good to see you, Cousin Judy. My Aunt Beverly tells me that you...
They're better than the government, primarily because, I think that's why I mentioned earlier.
What is your intention with all the talking, John? How long are you going to go?
Adrian, quiet yourself. It'll be okay.
I mean, just think about your intentions. What are you...
Where I guess the dude was like a shitty baby daddy, yada yada, whatever else, right? And yada yada. The woman said she was under a lot of stress and she ended up murking off the kids. The mothers ended up saying, well, I've been there before, I've been stressed out with the baby. It's unfortunate, but he should have stepped up and yada yada. They literally deflected the whole time and they made a whole thread about damn near why it's the dude's fault that she was stressed out enough to kill the baby. I've seen mothers defend mothers like that, even ones that kill the children.
How many times are you going to say the same story on Clown House? Jesus.
Is this Adrian Dittman? Is that him?
Who the fuck is this, Fuad?
It's Adrian Dittman.
You left the monkeys. You couldn't handle your own kind. How pathetic.
Yeah.
You chipping out as some bullshit profile named Fuad, huh? Well, you're busted.
Okay, y'all can do it, but not when y'all on duty, or maybe if you get caught doing it on duty, you might get in trouble. But if it's in your system, ain't nothing they could do. But I guess it's probably like okay.
Most people think a great God is gonna come from the sky, take away everything, and make everybody feel.
PCs, even though it's not intended for PC use. But I've used like the Mac Pro Silicon since M1. I'm using a MacBook Air, and it's really not that bad. I feel like something that's annoying with MacBook Pros is that it's being made to seem almost like a MacBook Air as like the base MacBook, but it's so intolerable and difficult to use sometimes. And it feels like when I first got into Macs, like I used like a MacBook Air that was like 11 inches or something, like the smallest MacBook Air I think ever released. And I then got a MacBook Pro, and it was like a big jump. Now it feels like there's very little
Marcus, I'm sorry, you haven't watched some of the most influential works in all of history, but you watch fucking Meatballs, that weird-ass movie. I know what that movie is. I looked at it, I was like, yeah, fuck this. Literally, that was my immediate reaction.
Nah, you should have watched that movie. That movie was pretty important, I'd say, at the time.
Alright, guys, if you're in here, you can ask questions.
But yeah, continue the thing that you were asking before. The steel, definitely still Europe will produce the best steel. China produces pretty damn good steel still. It's nice, it's very pure. But I'm pretty sure it will still be Europe. By the way, anyone who has access to shipwrecks from like the 1920s, that's gonna be the ones that have the best steel also. Because of radiation, that's why. Yeah.
Somebody asked, what is your purpose? That's a crazy question.
That was my purpose. My purpose is whatever I want it to be, and wherever the universe happens to guide me. We meet in the middle on that.
Have you seen Battlestar Galactica?
I think I might. Yeah, I have. Not in its entirety, but I've seen parts of it.
Okay. What do you think about nuclear power?
Amazing. Very good. More of it, please. It's really, really good. It's extremely efficient. It's very good for like certain places. Say for instance in Europe, I would highly recommend they have that because they don't have sun. They don't really have sunlight as much, so you'll need that. You'll really, really need that there. It's either that or you do geothermal, but geothermal has its own risks, so I'd highly recommend doing nuclear. It's very good. Coincidentally, by the way, one of the amazing ways that Germany's leadership is failing at current is the descaling of exactly that. They should be upscaling the amount of nuclear power plants that they have there so as to basically, grant them energy independence, which I believe is extremely important for any country, specifically in that region, because you're getting your energy from two places, either fucking Russia via fuel or fucking France. Why don't you produce your own energy? Seriously, it's not like you don't have enough money to do so.
Adrian, we need to stop nuclear power. It's dangerous and evil.
As I look out,
Chernobyl, fuck off.
As I look out my window at a nuclear power plant.
Do you feel safe?
Yeah, absolutely.
You ever been inside of that fucking thing?
Absolutely not. That place is super restricted.
God damn it.
You can't even get off of...
I would like to get a tour of an active nuclear power plant. I want to know what it looks like from the inside. How they work in it.
I can tell you...
If anyone out there gives me a tour of a top shelf nuclear power plants, I would be very much down for that shit.
That's the issue. You can get access to nuclear power plants, but probably the top shelf ones, it's very difficult.
Yeah, the one by me, you probably can't get a tour. They have the diagrams and like how it works, but you can't get anywhere close to it.
I will sign a document. I will sign a document where I will reveal literally nothing about what I've seen on the inside. I just want it inside of my brain, just to know my own peace of mind.
I want to see the Chinese one.
Oh yeah, I know the Chinese one.
I know the one by me. I know the one by me. It's one of the first liquid. It's one of the first liquid cooled, and it's liquid cooled by the Schuylkill River, which is crazy. So like, if it decides to melt down, they drop the reactor inside of the river. Obviously, that makes the river uninhabitable, but it saves the whole valley, which is really cool.
Yeah, but I think the Chinese ones, they don't have any of that problem. It doesn't even ever go to meltdown. You can never do it.
All of them have safeguards, but this one's lit. It's water cooled. Like the one that's by me, it's water cooled in the river. So if it does melt down, they just release it. It's really cool. It's made by GE. What you don't understand is the one that the Chinese built is literally meltdown proof. Oh yeah, I think it's made by GE. I don't know.
Any other questions?
Oh, there's a lot.
Does nuclear power affect water pollution?
No, really. No. It doesn't. There would be no radiation in the water whatsoever. It depends on, of course, which model you're speaking of exactly, but with the newer versions, there shouldn't be any radiation in the water whatsoever. And even if there would, it would be at levels which are acceptable. I mean, by the way, if you're drinking bottled water, especially those fucking guys in Europe, you are basically drinking from a source that naturally has radiation. Like, this is uranium.
Adalberto, Russia. You got a lot of accounts, Hillary. Is the CEO of Chicken Hillary Enterprises.
The nuclear power plant, the Gen 4 power plant, nuclear power plant, was made just by Chinese companies and universities.
Wow. Pretty impressive.
So GE didn't even touch it. So no, it was all Chinese made. Yes. That's insane. And it's right now, it's the world's only Gen 4 reactor. Yeah, the one by me is Gen 3.
Nice.
That I do know personally. Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay, keep coming. What are the next ones?
The comments went from 922 to 1,200, so there's quite a bit.
Understand, how does Adrian know all these things with conviction if he's never been in a nuclear power plant?
You don't need to be in a nuclear power plant to understand how it works. It's an extra benefit if you are, but basically the science and the science that governs it and the engineering that makes it a reality that is understood. You can literally go read it in a book. And there are good books on this, by the way.
Oh yeah, so supposedly, I just saw somebody post that China they released a video, an 18-minute thing on their nuclear reactor today.
Nice.
It's a Steam server. Diablo top? Do you think Diablo's top shelf?
No, it's a piece of shit. They've improved it. I think it needs to mount. I didn't think I'm going to be playing the latest version. They put a whole bunch of stuff in there, which is interesting for sure. Like, it really powers up the characters. The druid at the moment is insanely broken to the point that the overpowers have such huge damage numbers that basically the truncated numbers, so the truncated as in making the numbers shorter because the damage got so fucking high. So because of that, now you see everything in like thousands of billions or trillions straight up. Now you get like multiple quintillions now in terms of damage to the overpower of the druid. And I mean, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking to myself, that's just gonna get instantly patched. So I'm like, man, I don't know that. I'm just gonna keep playing fucking Path of Exile until I'm like at level 100, and then I'm gonna do some trading in there. I like the game, I like the way it works. And then of course, after that, eventually that game is gonna be released to the public for free so everybody can play it. That's when the economy is going to explode. And then all of us, people like me, Blythe, we're gonna have like a huge fucking thing going on. It's gonna be incredible. Once that fucking game